Hey, Battle Brothers fans. I know it's been a long time since we've had this, and I'm super sorry for it, but I haven't been able to get home as much as I wanted, and I have a lot of things to talk about because I have a list.
The dreaded
First
list.
thing, Stuart, our good Battle Brother fan, I'm sorry to say, is missing in action. He will be missed a little bit. The next thing is we have a good surprise for you guys that are actually watching these. We're deciding to make a website, a Blogspot website, and more than likely it'll be battlebrothers.blogspot.com. More information coming later. Also, I, as you know, have a dog. And Blue Table Painting has a happiness lamp. Well, my happiness item, Josie, come here, is behind Mike. She won't come. But that's my happiness dog.
Josie! Josie! There you are.
Alright, also, I joined the National Guard, so I am now a private, unfortunately, which means all the cool stuff I had planned for summer for you guys is down the drain because I won't be back until the end of August because I get shipped out May 5th. Other than that, I'm done, so I'll let you talk to Mike.
The only bonus about him joining the guard is he gets a flashlight. A big one. 50 cal flashlight.
Boom.
The whole Stu missing in action is he is one very unreliable to try and get a hold of. We make plans with him and then last minute he's either grounded or just unreachable.
Yeah,
So-
I talked to him on Facebook, and I'm like, Stu, what are you doing Saturday? He goes, nothing. I'm like, we so have to hang out. He's like, oh, that sounds awesome. He's not here right now.
He will not be missed right now because of his evil little dice rolls, as you know from the games.
And we get BW3s.
Yeah.
Did you notice that every time we make a video, we always go to BW3s after we're done?
It's because we celebrate the making of a new film.
And
In
the
a
victory
sense.
of John.
Shut up. Well, college for me is going fairly well. I am not doing so well in many of my classes right now. Then again, I've been focused on my new Warhammer army, which me and John will discuss our new fantasy armies later. But there is some bonuses. I have melted things in my chem class that I wasn't supposed to and did not get in trouble for it. So there is a bonus.
That's the spirit. And how many classes are you failing?
Just one.
There you go. I think I'm failing one too, so it's okay.
I'm making it up so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing it back up. It was just the first few weeks. I'm just sitting here not really caring, thinking I had it all set, and then all of a sudden they sent me an email. You have an F. What? What?
My problem is I can't stay awake in my classes. They make those chairs way too comfortable. Wait,
Yeah, they do.
I have an excuse though. I have to wake up at 5:45 for PT. And then I do PT for an hour. What the heck? Yeah, I'm gonna be tired. I'm not stupid. I'm only human. I can't stand pain. Any else, Mike? Non-Warhammer related?
Well, you all saw the happiness dog.
There she is.
That thing can both give you joy and pain at the same time.
That's the
If
good
you
stuff.
get her happy, that tail is like a freaking whip.
Yeah, it is. Hey, is
She
that
watched.
it?
So far,
All right.
we have mentioned our upcoming website that we hope to, thanks to you glorious fans of ours, which somehow we didn't think we would get fans, or
Exactly.
because I mean we're just simple college students who are very awkward. There's the happiness dog again.
She's more
We're
important
just
than you are.
I know she is. That's why I didn't get back in front of the camera.
Exactly.
I just looked around and saw the happiness dog.
All right, welcome to the Warhammer update part of our video. The first thing we have to talk about, Warhammer Invasion. Oh my god.
We just got done with 4 games.
I won them all.
Oh, shut
Now,
up.
if you look inside set box, you get somewhere near 200 cards. The first thing I noticed is the quality. You get markers and burn tokens, a book, these cool little capital boards for each army. All I have to say is 100% for the win. If you don't own this, you're not a true Warhammer player.
Because this is Warhammer on the go.
Yes.
If you're on a train ride or you're in a car or whatever, this is the easiest way to play Warhammer.
And it's so easy to learn how to play. It's an easy pick up and play game. Everything you do is boom, boom, boom. My favorite army would have to be the dwarves because they can just get a bunch of units and they can heal their capital board.
Oh, yes. They are just nasty.
Maybe,
Then again, the Chaos are also nasty too. It's just harder to get them out. on the
maybe
field.
one time we'll do a bat rep and we'll play Warhammer Invasion for you guys.
You're gonna watch me cry again.
Another thing. My Empire army is all built, all 2,000 points. They're in the process of being primed. About half of them were primed before I left for college, so I'm gonna start working on them again. My Dark Elves, I'm gonna buy a box of Blade Riders and a box of Corsairs, and I'm gonna convert them to be new Dark Riders. So that's gonna be neat.
He wasn't fond of the metal ones. They still are cool models. He just doesn't like the aspect of them being metal. I mean.
Model.
Shut up.
All right.
I'm still
Well, that's
sleepy.
all I got to say about my armies. Let's turn it over to Mike and do his ogre army.
All right, for my second fantasy army, I have completed an Ogre Kingdoms army, and I just have to admit, I haven't played with it yet. We haven't battled it. Well, John has battled with his Empire against Stu's vampires and just annihilated Stuart. Still don't know how yet, but...
I don't have a steam tank, and I don't have a dragon or anything that would be considered big. I don't have the Pope Mobile either.
So John, somehow, with a lot of foot soldiers and just a couple of war machines, was able to take out Stuart and his infamous vampire counts force, and I was just in shock when I heard about this.
Me too.
Well, you were there, you were playing, so...
I was still shocked.
Well, yeah. I only got maybe a small battle in with my completed ogres. It only lasted one turn for each person, because I was at Games Workshop. We were at Games Workshop, and by the time that I finally got to start playing and stuff, the store was closing in 45 minutes.
Judy, ow! Happiness bite.
So, but I really like the outcome, and for my ogres, since I have been home and able to do painting and stuff, since I have all my stuff still here, John's doesn't have any of his things. I only have 8 more models to build out of like 30.
Build or paint?
Well, paint. They're all built. I just need to paint 8 more models. That includes my 3 characters and the 3 models from my rare slides, which are 2 man-eaters and a giant. I love the giant model. It's just awesome compared to like my bone giant model from my Tomb King's Horse. Great looking model. I don't like how it's entirely metal. It's kind of, in my opinion, I don't like it that much. It's metal, but and then I just have 2 lead belchers to paint still too. Otherwise, I got another like 20 or so models already painted, including a thing of Noblars. Those guys are silly.
Yeah, they are. I like them.
Especially the trappers. I like those.
All right. Welcome to part 2 of our super update. Oh yeah.
See, we made a list just because we were probably going to end up forgetting what we were wanting to talk about. So the list has made everything easier.
The list of updates.
Yes.
All right. Before we left, actually, literally the day before I left, Mike and I received our tokens from a company called Gale Force 9.
For those of you who are not familiar with that
hold on,
name.
Mike, stop the camera. I'm gonna go get. All right. So the markers we bought, I bought this nifty little fantasy turn counter, which is completely awesome compared to the GW one because it turns, it's got little dots for the next turn, and it also comes off. So I don't know what the point of that is, but that's cool.
It just probably makes it easier to turn.
We also got these. Some of these are called captured banner tokens, so that instead of putting the model behind them, you have these. And the cool thing is they have little felt backs, so it makes it a little bit more fancy. They're nice, tough piece of plastic. They won't wear away because the print is actually underneath a little thing of plastic. I don't know how well it turns up on the camera. We also have tokens for if your thing's rallied, if they cannot shoot, if they're fleeing, which is very important for a lot of people, and these nifty little charge markers that you put in front of the units for, obviously, charging. We got them for a great price. I think it was probably $20, 10 for the counter and 10 for the things, which isn't that bad when you think about it because
I had spent 30 because I also ended up picking up a thing of
vehicle damage
tokens for our 40K since John has the ones from Games
Workshop.
Workshop. I needed some for myself, and they had some pretty nice ones. Same type of design, but instead of like the axes that you've been seeing for the fantasy things, they have a nice little mechanical skull.
Think of the skull from the symbol for the Mechanicum. It's pretty much that. So you can easily see that they made it because of 40K.